Just a little bit. Ooh, baby. A little bit, baby. All right. Y'all come on in, get yourself situated. We're gonna get this party started right. We're gonna get this party started quickly. You know that song, Jay?
Yeah.
What's the next? No.
Set it off. Is that
No.
set it off?
No.
Oh. Well, that's a remix though.
Oh.
That is a remix. On the left.
He's gonna make that a thing. Alright. I'm just trying to hydrate my skin, friends. Come on in, friends. Shout out to this rosemary oil. I love it so much. And I'm not overusing it to the Alright. Man, Grand Rising. Good morning. Buenos dias, as they say. I feel like I got a lot to talk about today. I was saying that yesterday. I do. I feel a momentum of a lot of conversation today. Let me just ease my way into today. Y'all come on in, friends. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, I keep looking down because I see smoke and this is incense that I thought I put out, but it's still burning. It's still burning. There we go. So much to talk about. Let's start with a welcome as I find my hydration. Those of you who know, you know. Every day it's a struggle. I'm stalling a little bit to give you all a little bit more time. There you go. All right. My name is Alami. Let's start there. Y'all know I just like to run my mouth, so I jump right into conversation without even politely introducing myself. My name is Alami Bashir. I am an intuitive self-mastery coach. I welcome y'all to this space. This is Morning Messages, where every weekday, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern, I share a live intuitive message. And I felt like we got a lot to talk about today. And it's an interesting vibe because part of me kind of wants to mind my business, like, ooh, y'all about to get yelled at. And then it's like, no, you're in that number too. It's like, if somebody about to get in trouble and you try to leave a room because you're like, you know it's not you. It's like, no, you stay here too. It's for you too. And when I say trouble, it's not like actual trouble, okay? It's just like maybe a little chin checking of like, what are you doing? I need to give y'all a hair update. It's very dry, okay? Hence the hat. But I feel like, people want to know what's going on with the Lami's hair. And this is what's going on with it right now. And Victoria, I think you were trying to ask me about the patchy parts the other day. I think that was your claim to fame the other day.
Ben, I didn't say patchy parts.
We still got patchy parts, but it's filling in.
Yeah, that's my only question is, at what point does it just big touch?
I'm not even going to put you on camera. I'm not going to do you like that.
Nah, it's okay.
But I think we're doing just fine.
Yeah, okay.
But it is. It's filling in. Look at it.
I'm just amazed that you are growing hair because you are not a hair person.
I'm not a hair person. You're correct. This hair takes energy, time, attention, finances. I mean, products. equipment. Shit. I'm sorry. And even when I did have hair in the last 20 years, I had dreadlocks. So, I mean, almost no maintenance, very little. I'm not built for that. All right, good morning. Let's get into this. Those of you who want to know more about who I am and what we be doing, this girl back here too, join us at BeGreatEveryday.com. Okay, BeGreatEveryday.com. Shout out to the encouragement company. Okay, so yeah, I do feel it's Monday. It feels like today is a day to get sharp, get correct, get clear, get grounded, like, and get ready for takeoff. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Okay, is get ready for takeoff. So you know how, like, when you leave to go on a trip somewhere, there's a lot of steps to get ready to go on a trip somewhere, right? You know, like, once you decide you're gonna go on a trip somewhere, there's a whole lot of fucking steps that have to happen in order for you to get there. Okay, for you to get there. So let's play this out as an example. Okay. You know, anytime we take a trip, okay, I have an idea. I want to go to California. Okay, I've just decided I want to go to California. So think about this from your perspective. If you were me and right now you're about to go to California, think about all the things that you need to do before you actually land in California. Like, set foot across the California border. Like, think about for 1 second. Let's just play it out, okay? So we've decided we're going to California. That's the first decision, okay? Now we need actual travel plans and accommodations, right? Okay, so, you know, now we need somewhere to live, okay? When we get there, we probably need some transportation. Of course, we need actual travel accommodations to land over there, and that's assuming you're going by plane. Even if you're not going by plane, you're gonna need to rent a car, and then you need to get, you know, the size of the car and the cost of the car and how many days you're gonna need the car. And, you know, there's all those decisions there. And then, you know, your lodging and your food, okay? And then whatever experiences you're going to do when you get there and whoever you need to see, if that's a thing. You know, other things is like, you know, budgeting your money as you are traveling and negotiating your excursions and all the things. You know, those are decisions inherent in that as well. And this is even before you get there, remember, okay? You're not even there yet. You're not even there yet. And you've already piled on at least 7 billion decisions that need to be made, down to what you're going to wear, okay? How many bags do you need to pack? You know, what stores you need to go to before you actually pack your bag, okay? All the things. And we're just talking about you, much less if you're traveling with child or with parent or with anybody for that matter. And all the decisions that need to be made and negotiated before you can even agree to go with them. And all you said was, I want to go to California. And so, there's a lot of premeditated planning that goes into a thing, okay? There's like so many decisions that we have to make that pile on to make the path that allows us to get where we're going. Whether it be geographically, territory, I'm going to California, or in life. There's so many decisions that need to be made. And we don't pay attention to the volume of decisions necessarily. Sometimes they pile up pretty high and we start to feel that pressure of, oh, it's just so much. But when we start to take a look at how many decisions we have to make, all the small microscopic decisions to the macro decisions we have to make to go anywhere in life, anywhere. It's no wonder why we're so burdened, so stressed out, so overwhelmed, because most of us are just using our own bodies, our own minds to try to make these decisions. We're just going into ourselves like, okay, what do I think? And then we're going with that. We're going with what we think 1,000,000 times over. And for, you know, many of us, this is our key to our success, the success we have so far anyway, is being able to make, quote, good decisions, right? Whatever good means to you. But this awareness of just how many decisions that we do make on a daily basis and that we burden ourselves with, okay? How many decisions we do make on a daily basis that we burden ourselves with, that if we just stopped, and I'm channeling this, y'all, if we just stopped and decided to let go and let God, the way we plan will look different. The stress that we feel in planning looks different. Okay. The way we go about planning looks different. When we have a mindset that is rooted in surrender as a baseline, the decisions start to look different. The volume starts to look different. It starts to feel different. The thing about the choices that we make in life is there's only certain sums of them that we actually start to stop to recognize. There's only certain decisions that we are making in life that we actually are conscious of. The large majority of our decisions are actually coming quietly in our unconscious ways of being, their decisions being made. Whew. So this is a lot of energy. I'm telling you, it's like my voice is loud. So today is like all about letting go. Okay. It's like planning forward from a perspective of letting go. What the fuck does that mean? Good morning. Hi, Crystal. Planning forward and letting go. What? It's like, yes, today is a day to get grounded, to start planning forward to let go. Whew. So what this looks like is, much like how I'm channeling this message, it's like planning forward to let go means it's like you are not in a position of needing to control all of the dynamics, but you are putting yourself in position to experience the dynamics. Planning forward to let go. Okay. You're not trying to control the outcomes, you trust the outcome. Okay. Planning forward to let go. Okay. Okay. It's like creating vision, even if there are valleys to the pathway. Planning forward to let go. Okay. Okay. And this is a game of mastery. Okay, this is not something that we normally, quote unquote, allow ourselves to do. We don't allow ourselves to plan to be in a place of surrender and allowing. We plan to control. Okay, planning forward to let go is like planning to put yourself in a passive position of control. A passive position. I probably should have told y'all to take some notes. I had no idea. Whew. Okay. It's like planning to make letting go a lifestyle. Okay. And I told you there's some temporal energy in like today. It's like today. Like your to-do list today needs to be planning forward from a place of surrender. Okay. I just have to trust y'all know what that means. Okay. I know what it means for me. I think I'm not really letting what it is for me. I can feel it. I know what it is. But I'm holding this energy with y'all. So yeah, it's like for whatever you're planning to do today, okay, and I'm cracking up at this message because Vic and I just talked to her. We were gonna have a meet, or we are gonna have a meeting after this. So, and that meeting I know is about planning. So it's planning forward to let go. It's not trying to take too much ownership over control and control over every mini moment. Okay. It's like leaving a little bit of mystery to each step. Okay. You don't have to nail it down to the specifics. And so, okay. So for all of us, okay, this is really an energy of like, it's like, don't worry. Okay. Let me stop back. Okay. It is don't worry, but it's like channeling what it is that you're challenging. Okay. Let me say this clearly. It's like as you sit down on a Monday to forecast what your day, your week, your month, your whatever you're planning is going to look like. It's like channeling it. It's like allowing it to come to you. Okay. You may have ideas of things that you desire to do, things you want to do. Again, things in your conscious mind that you actively know you want to pursue. That's great. Keep that. It's important to have a vision. Okay. But it's like as you sit with that vision, okay, as you hold that vision of whatever it is that you desire, okay, and if you don't have a vision, maybe that's what you're doing today, okay, but it's like as you hold the vision of what you desire, it's like don't get caught up in the minutia of how all these things are going to happen, okay. It's like today's a day to sit with yourself and feel what comes forward, okay. Feel what comes forward, okay. Write this down, my love, please. Capture this, please. Feel what comes forward, please. Feel what comes forward. Okay. Today is a day to feel what comes forward. All right. And so it's giving the vibes of like, quite honestly, it's like everybody, this is how we all create vision is we have to feel for what comes forward. Whether it's through your emotional body, because you know that that's how you are initially to perceive energies around. And I say to, as in you are naturally designed to perceive energy around you through your emotional body first. So it's like allow as you sit with yourself and your future self and what you desire, just allow yourself to recognize what feelings are coming forward. Okay, as you sit with yourself and your gut, those of you who know you have a sacral authority, you know in your gut is going to be your guide. Sit with yourself and see what comes forward. Feel what comes forward, okay? Whew, okay, it's like everybody, even those of you who have a splenic authority, even those of you who may want to talk something out, it's like feel for what that conversation is. Feel for what your mind wants to focus on. Feel for what your heart center wants to express. It's like feel for what comes forward, kids. Okay? Okay. So this is a different way of planning, right? When y'all sit down to make your to-do list, you are going right to bing here to plan your day, to optimize your time, to manage your reality. You are going right here to start putting blocks of time and puzzle pieces together, okay? It's like, I need to do this, so I need to do this here, and da-da-da-da-da, and it's all cerebral. It's all in your mind, okay? And what are we talking about in this kind of planning? This is more intuitive. This is more instinctive. This is more, literally more primitive, okay? And this is honestly where we need to get back to is we're too lost in our reality of our mind, quote unquote, okay? And what's really true is that we are primitive, instinctive, intuitive beings. We have inside of us a natural air tag that lets us know where to go, what to do. We have a sense of direction that is already inherent in our beingness, but we don't operate from there. We go bing right here and get lost. I'm about to run up out of here. Okay, we go right to our mind and get fucking lost. Because then we don't know. Because there's trap doors in here. And there's locked doors. There's doors you can't break through, where you can't get to that body information because it's not in there. It's like a fake door. There's a door and a knob, but it actually does not go anywhere. And you steady trying to get in there. And the information's not there. Okay? We have to feel for what comes forward, okay? Our bodies will naturally, our thinking minds will naturally try to process to make sense of something, okay? But nothing's ever going to make sense unless the feeling in our body feels resonant. It feels peaceful. It feels at ease. It feels calm. It feels grounded. We are not going to be able to sit right with any decision that doesn't feel right, okay? Woo, oh my goodness. I told y'all we was going to get yelled at. Woo! So today, as we kick off the start of what some define as the start of a week, clearly, our call to action today is to feel for what comes forward. Okay. And now let's talk about that. There's going to be some of y'all see some clear and evident challenges in that already, I'm sure. Because, like, what if what comes forward is something I don't want to do? Okay. And all I got to say to that is that in order to move forward, you got to let go. Okay. In order to move forward, you got to let that shit go. There's nothing else to say about that. You gotta let that shit go. Because if you get a hit intuitively in the ways that you know you best resonate with energy, you know, whether it's through you get your heart just lights up and you feel, you know, the joy of satisfaction, or just you have a gut instinct that says, yeah. That gut instinct is saying, yeah, even if your mind doesn't quite understand why, your body feels the resonance, okay? It's like your mind later has to catch up. That body is going to know, okay? So it's like no matter how you actually get to how you think you get to your knowing is always only had through a sense of resonance that comes through the body as well, okay? So why not start there with your planning? Pay attention to not what you think is a good idea, but what actually feels good. Okay? It feels good. And let's qualify this even more. What does feel good? Okay? Feel good, okay, may actually be a high vibrational feeling. That's how we normally naturally associate the notion of feeling good is something higher vibrational, right? But how many times have you done something that was for your greater good that maybe you felt a little bit sad about also? Or that you were like a little bit, you know, you felt a little bit of a low energy to it, but you still knew it was for your greater good, even though it brought you to a low feeling. You ever broke up with somebody? You ever had a relationship and you broke up with somebody? And maybe you knew it was for the best, but it still doesn't feel good, right? Okay, so qualifying that you know, that feel good, what feels resonant. Okay, be careful not to associate resonant with what feels like this high joyful vibration, because resonance might feel solemn. Okay, you know, as we were talking about maturity the other day. Okay. Maturity tells you that not everything that is good feels good. Okay. It also tells you that just because something doesn't feel good doesn't mean it isn't good. Okay. Ooh, I'm preaching today. Okay. So it's a lot of energy around letting go to move forward. Okay. A lot of energy around sitting with how you feel today as you plan, move forward, okay? And letting your feelings be, I don't know the word, they're just showing me the needle with the arrow. Gauge, I guess I'll say. Okay. So let's get into these chords, shall we? Let's get into these chords, shall we? Okay. Keep looking outside because I hear rain, but I don't actually see any.
We got a house to see at 1:30.
All right. That's what's up. So, you know, even while I'm kind of fussing, what feels like fussing, it's a lot of energy around, like, right, like ascension, like rising, okay? Like, like, like wider reach, I guess. It's like this need to focus forward by letting go is so that you can ascend, so you can rise, so that you can cover more ground, reach more people, cover more territory. It's like so that you can rise, so that you can elevate, elevate, okay? It's like level up, okay? So you can level up. Yeah, big energy. It's so you can level up, okay? So it's like and this level up is not just like the bag. The bag is you know, the bag is there, okay? The bag is the least of it, okay? It's like your joy doesn't come from the bag. The bag may be able to bring, you know, material experiences that foster joy, but the joy is not inherently in the bag, okay? The joy is in the joy. The joy is in the joy. Like being able to have conquered yourself to be able to get to a place of self satisfaction. That is ultimate joy. Okay. Like wholeness is joy. Okay. Like mastery is joy. Okay. Like that becomes the game. It's not, can I get to the bag? It's like, how happy can I be? How in emotionally invincible can I become? And that doesn't mean you're superhuman. You are a human being here to experience all of the range of emotions, okay? But when we talk about emotions dictating your path, things like fear stopping you, okay? I love this. This is a very, I'm gonna have to listen to this one again. They preaching now. We got a card that says perception. Okay. It's like the let go is so that we can elevate. Okay. It's so like this mindset of like some of y'all think it's lazy to let go. Okay. You think that if you haven't, quote, taken the time to plot out the minuscule moments of every life experience, that you have in some way been negligent or dropped the ball. Like that's how you see your letting go, like you're dropping the ball. Fuck. Let go. You ain't dropping it. Let go. Let go. It's like, you ever hold a basketball? I was holding a basketball yesterday. Shout out to the dudes that let me shoot with them yesterday. That was fun. That was fun. You ever hold a basketball or a ball of any kind? You hold it and you drop it. What you expect that ball to do? 9 out of 10 times, especially if you held the ball, you know the ball has air in it. You know the ball has air in it. If you drop a ball that has air in it, 10 out of 10 times you expect it to bounce back or bounce up. 10 out of 10 times. Nowhere in your mind, when you have assessed that this ball has air, nowhere in your mind if this ball has air, have you thought, I might drop this ball and it's gonna fall flat? Mm-mm. You know, if you let it go, it's going to bounce. You know that. You don't second guess it. You trust it. That concludes our lesson. That's how life is. I'm not dropping the ball. I'm letting the ball go because I know it's going to bounce back. I know it's going to bounce back. So it's that kind of psychology that we already have inherent in us. We just have to apply it to every other aspect of our world. That when I let something go in life, that I'm not dropping the ball, I'm letting it go because I know that spirit is going to bounce it back. I know that spirit has enough momentum to be able to carry this thing back to me. I know that. You're not thinking about it as spirit, you're thinking about the ball as gravity. You're like, gravity's going to bring it back. Gravity, not God, gravity. All right, anyway. All right. So, it's all a matter of perception, okay? That when you leave things undone in your life, what you would feel are undone, that it's not undone, okay? It's not undone. Particularly if you're using your intuition as your guide. If your gut says don't do it, don't do it. And even if all of your anxiety in your body is like, oh, but what's going to happen if I don't do it? What's going to happen? You can do that and spin around in circles as much and as often as you need to, and it's still going to be okay. The ball is going to bounce back. It's like our intuition is the alignment, y'all. And just because we may not be comfortable with that knowing doesn't mean it's not the knowing still. We may not trust it, but that don't mean it's not real, and that don't mean it's not true still, and that don't mean it's not going to still be the pathway for you to take while you still spin around in circles scared. It's going to just sit there and wait for you to line up with it. So this is all about elevation, though. I need to keep saying that because this is the pathway to where you're trying to go in life. This is not like a detour or backtrack. This is like actually the path. It's like you've got to learn how to let go as you plan forward. It's like your gut is going to have you thinking and doing shit that's not going to make sense to your thinking mind. And I'm not talking about things that might potentially harm yourself or somebody else. Those are not the same consciousness. I'm talking about when you have a gut feeling about what you should do, but it don't make quite logical sense to you. Like your gut feeling might be like, you should move to so-and-so, or go talk to such and such, or, go visit this place or that place. And you're like, oh, why would I do that? I don't have time for that, or I don't care about those people, or they don't want to hear from me, or, you might find something that feels illogical in the calling. Listen, I just say experiment with it. Lean in, okay? Lean in. That's the pathway. And you might be like, but what? But how? But who? Hey, it fills in later. Those gaps fill in later. The gaps don't fill in on the front end, friends. They don't fill in on the front end. That's not really how it works. Okay, it doesn't, the gaps don't fill in on the front end. There's gaps, there's like, there's like gap, and then there's B, okay, gap, and then there's D, and then there's gap. It's like every other step you're gonna get, okay? Every other pace. There's going to be some voids in there because those voids require you to trust the process. It requires you to let go of needing to know and needing to figure out, and trust that the knowing comes in its time, when it's time, when you're at that step. Okay, like this is the path to mastery. It's like, it's not just, let me try to make happen what I want. Like intuitive self-mastery is really a mindset of letting go. It's a mindset of like, I don't have to figure it all out. It's like, I just have to tap in, T-A-P, in, tune in. Okay, what do I do when I tune in? What does that even mean? What does that even mean to tune in? It's just like pay attention to yourself for a second. Before you go out here and just make these rabbit ass decisions, it's like take a moment to pause to tap in. Like, what is my drive? What is my motivation? Like, what is the urge? What is my why? Where am I bringing this energy from? Is this something I'm thinking? Is it something I'm feeling? Is it something I'm sensing? What is driving my behavior or my thought process? Tap in, tune in, assess, and then proceed. Tune in. Take a moment of pause to pay attention to yourself. And when you have a gut instinct about something that gives you a little quiet whisper that's real clear, it's like, listen to that shit. And it might feel like, but why would I choose to go there or talk to them or do that? Your mind has to catch up later. If it's not harmful to yourself or another person, it is consciousness. Man. Ugh. So much energy. It's tuning in. It's tuning in before we proceed. Tune in, assess, and then proceed. Okay? There's 3 steps. Stop a moment to tune in. And when you tune in, there's so many things to tune in to because we have so many things going on inside of us. But that stopping to tune in is like flipping the switch of your conscious mind. It's like, turn on the light in here. Turn on the light in here. Flashing back to one time I came home and my daughter had her boyfriend over at the house and the light was on. Turn on the light in here. It's like a moment to tune in. Turn on the light in your own inner self. Let me assess what's going on in here. Where is this drive, this urge, this motivation coming from? And when you know how you are uniquely made, when you know how your decisions come best, meaning you know your strategy and your authority, when you know that about yourself, you know your human design, you know that about yourself, I'm trying to tell you. It allows the letting go to happen with much more ease. Because you know when you let go in that way, it feels resonant for you. There's that word again, resonant. It feels resonant. And again, resonant doesn't mean it feels good. Like, I'm excited to do this, but you know it's the right thing for you. Okay. Whew. Okay. So as we talk about, kind of building out, life plans and a path for yourself, using today as the start of the week, to do so, it really is a difference between using your thinking mind to plan forward and using your feeling body. There's 2 different sets of awarenesses and different sets of information and wisdom that comes forth from your mind versus your body. Okay. Your mind may be able to conceive all kinds of things that you can do and that you want to experience and get done and all the things. And then your body is like, bitch, we tired. I don't want to do all that. That doesn't excite me. That doesn't light me up. I'm not looking forward to that. And your body might respond differently. So there's a need to find that alignment in what you are perceiving you'll do this week and focus your attention on. There's got to be some alignment there between what your thinking mind has decided and what your body feels actually up for and what your body feels a calling toward. Okay. Whew. Okay. I'm trying to get to this card. These energies. Vic, we need some water, bro.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna get some.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, hold on. Thank y'all for joining this live. We up in here. Okay, say hello in the chat if you haven't already. Like the video. But you know, today I've been using Mondays as a day to do more planning. I was used to use Sundays, and that didn't work out for me. Especially once we started our monthly member, I mean our weekly membership group on Sundays. So Sundays became a different kind of work day. So Mondays are the days that I personally like to plan forward. You might choose to use a different day, and you should use whatever day works for you, based on your lifestyle and your energy needs. But on Mondays, I do like to kind of forecast what my week is going to look like. I'm looking at what appointments I have on the schedule. I'm looking at if we have any meetings, or just kind of what's going on. You know, the typical things that you would do to do some self planning. Um, I don't do this habitually enough, admittedly. I don't stop regularly enough to hold space for what God wants to lead me to do. I definitely do it. But when I say regularly enough, as someone who is constantly working around the clock on some part of this business, I don't do that enough with different aspects of this business. So I may do it when it comes to programming. I channel all the time when it comes to workshops and programming and things like that. But I don't necessarily channel when it comes to exploring the different tech products and software programs and things like that that can also supplement what we do and make this work easier. I don't channel when I'm looking for those kinds of things. So it was just like, man, I see so many more ways in which I can plan differently by just sitting with myself and feeling for what comes forward. As opposed to using my thinking mind to try to make sense of and cross compare and and research these brands and compare it with these brands and do all of this kind of psychoanalytical work that I can do by channeling. So that was the insight. Shout out to them for that. All right. And for those of you who might be new here, I use the term they to refer to the collective consciousness that comes through me in these channeled messages. People always kind of, I think, give me a little eye, like, who's they? So I always try to remember to say that out loud for those who might be new and getting a little bit more familiar with how these energies work in my life. Okay, now I know I hear right. Now I see it. Okay. All right, so we gonna be on the tub. Sounds like today it's raining hard outside.
1:30, but yeah.
1:30. Okay. All right. All right. So yeah, that's what we're talking about today. Okay. Feeling for what comes forward. You sit down and do your planning today, and if you've done it already, maybe you can go back to it and sit and feel for what comes forward now. Okay. But it is a lot of energy around, like, letting go of some stuff. There's some stuff that needs to get let go of in order to be able to move forward. Okay. And so, and I'm hearing the words trim the fat. So it's like, I don't know what you guys got going on. I know how this resonates for us. But, sorry, I feel like someone's crawling down my shirt. Yeah, I'm hearing the words trim the fat. So I don't know what that means. And so it could be, yeah. So it does feel like it's like health related. So, some of you might be doing some planning, some meal prepping and planning, some juicing, just some like nutritional, health planning, wellness planning stuff, like meal prepping or, supplements or just stuff like that. It feels like kind of more health oriented lifestyle planning. It's given trim the fat. So it's like start minimizing fatty foods, fried foods, fatty foods, oily, greasy foods, saturated fats, foods high in saturated fats. Okay, so anybody that's meal prepping and planning, it's like Start minimizing saturated fats. If you're trying to start somewhere in your diet, maybe you love carbs and carbs are your thing, it's like start with the saturated fat. You don't even have to start with the sugars, okay? It's like the saturated fats are the problem, okay? So if you like chips and cookies and all kinds of French fries and all pizzas and all kinds of oily things, it's like those things need to be the first thing to go. So meal prepping and planning around those things. It's so beautiful outside. Sorry. Just got dazed out just looking at it. Okay. 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 So that was kind of a side note, or not side note, I mean, it's related to the main message, but they're taking me back to this notion of vision and envisioning today, creating vision today, using today to create vision. So it's like, with whatever you're planning in your life, it is about creating a vision, okay? It's not just focusing on all the things that need to be done, but it's like really starting with where are you going? What's the big picture vision? What's the vision? What are you wanting? Where do you want to be? What is the goal, the ambition? What are you wanting? Okay? Where are you putting your intention? What is it you're working toward? Okay? Like, where is the finish line here? That's what is, like, where is the finish line? Okay? And even if it's a finish line that restarts again, a new race, it's like, where are you going? And so today is a matter of really identifying that. Where are you going? Okay? It even helps you to qualify what you need to let go of. It's like you may think you need to let go of this person or this relationship or that thing. And it's like, it's not even that. It's like you got to know where you're going. Those things might be necessary, but because you don't know where you're going, it doesn't make sense. Okay? So, I'm getting a lot of hits around what feels like food and nutrition, and supplements. It's like, some of you might consider adding nuts to if you like to snack, you might consider adding nuts. And nuts have healthy fats, even though they may have saturated fats, they're healthier fats. And so I don't know why we're down this road. Well, shit. It's helpful to us too, shit. But yeah, it's like really developing what feels like healthier habits, okay? Creating a vision, lifestyle. When you create vision around your life and what you want for yourself, let's say, 6 months from now. Some of us like to look forward to a year, but let's just look at 6 months from now. We're still in this year, 6 months from now, okay? So 6 months from now, it's like, what's the vision that you have for your life? What do you want it to look like, okay? And it may look very similar to now, but what's the change, okay? Where's the growth? Where's the evolution, okay? And so when we start thinking about evolution and maturity, okay? Yes, in 6 months time, we're maturing, even at our big age, okay? So it's like, as you think about next 6 months, what do you want to see different? Where are you going? Where is this going, okay? Where is this going? Okay, what do you need to let go of in order to get there? Okay, where is this going? Okay. That's all I want to say. Where is this going? It's me here with my juice that I made and just took all of my supplements. Okay, all right, there it is. I'm like, what is all this juice and supplements? Okay, so it's like, instead of just doing all of the things, it's like feeling for what your body is calling for. It's like somebody may have given you a whole regimen of different kinds of things you could do and things you could take and things that, other people do. But it's like, let your body tell you what it needs. You may put all the list of things in front of you that you could do, and then let your body decide what it actually wants. Okay. And so this is where, again, your mind might be like, but, you know, so-and-so said I should be taking this. Okay. Again, let your gut be the guide. Let your emotions be the guide. Like, whatever your authority is by your human design. Okay. And remember, for those emotional centered folks, you got to give it time. It's emotions over time, not just, oh, I feel some type of way, this is it. No, it's over time. Those of you who have a gut instinct, a sacral instinct, the splenic instinct, you have that instinct, you know in the moment. You can know in the moment what your body is actually asking for. You know, like yesterday, I was like, my body is craving red meat. I didn't say it out loud to Vic, but I'm like, why am I like craving red meat? And what did I do? I went and got some carne asada tacos because I'm paying attention. My body, obviously, maybe I need some more iron. My body knows, it's telling me. I don't just eat red meat like that. My body was telling me it wanted it. Like your body will tell you it needs water or some vegetables, or it maybe wants something sweet. You know, it's like, and sweet doesn't have to be an unnatural sugar. It might be a piece of fruit. Okay. So it's like, it's a lot of energy for all of us to be paying attention. Okay. It's like, paying attention to what it's like, feel for it. Okay. Feel for where you need to focus. You know, it's like, feel for where you need to focus. That's best advice. Feel for where you need to focus. And then when you start gathering that feeling and maybe start to gather some kind of visual image, or you can start to imagine, you know, something that you want to manifest and create. Okay, boom. Now we in fertile ground to start planning something. It's like, you got to know where you're going. You got to know what feels good. Okay. And you can't get there by focusing there. You've got to feel for it here now. What feels good, what feels right, what feels fun, what feels exciting. Okay. And anything that doesn't, let that shit go. Be ready to let it go. But the challenge is, we try to hold on to things that don't feel good while we wait for something that feels good to come in. And I just don't know how that happens if you're not focusing forward, if you're not feeling for what would feel better. Still required. Still got to do this work. Even if you're not quite ready to let go of what really, really doesn't feel good, you still got to do the work of feeling for what does. Okay? Okay, I'm going to try this card again. It says perception. I'm trying to read the bottom of it. It says, you are getting ready to have a shift in perception that will change everything. Woo! Okay. A shift in perception that will change everything. And I can't help but notice this card number 36, which is number 9, which is right before 10. Okay? What?
36 is the right before 10.
Yeah. 36 is 9, which is right before 10. And then 10 in the tarot, it represents completion. Okay. So it's like, I told you, this is about evolution, like this mindset shifting and what we need to let go of, and feeling for what feels resonant. Like, this is all necessary for us to get to the next level. Okay. It's required. It's not optional. It's required. Okay. Feeling for what feels good, what feels necessary and resonant, that is required at the next level. Okay, it's not optional. That's the only way you get there. Okay, it's this one way in, one way out. It's the only way you get there. The alignment can only happen through you. The path must come through you. It must feel good for you. It must feel fun. It must feel satisfying and fulfilling. It must be resonant for you. Okay? So this card of perception is saying, get ready. Get ready. Damn it. That's what I was wanting to play. I told you I wanted to play a song, remember? And then I forgot.
Sorry.
It was that song. For your miracle, get ready. For your blessing, get ready. For your miracle. Yeah, that's the shit. We're gonna hear that. We're gonna. If I wasn't sure, I think YouTube would get me in trouble if I try to play it. Can you play it? No.
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know if you can play it?
I don't know. Yeah, I can.
Okay. For your miracle. I love that. This rain sounds so beautiful. We disrupted Vic's paternity court making song requests.
I wasn't talking to the only when I do dishes or sit on the toilet.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that clarity. I hope they heard you say that too. Approval. Choose to approve of yourself and others will too. So I'm telling you, I wish I could bottle the energy that I feel like I'm kind of rocking and shaking and shit. Like I feel. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, Vic. We gon' if it cut off, I'm gonna come back. Okay, we gonna listen to this song right now though. Can you put it on the speakers? I'll come in here, it's right here. This is what I was gonna put. I feel like we have to have a little praise party for a second. I'm gonna show y'all the card that came out first, and then we gonna talk about it. Okay, I know it's backwards. Let your left brain go right. Your right brain go left. What happened, Vicky? Makes no difference what you're going. We're gonna have a praise break, y'all. Let me get some water first. Hold your head up, put a smile on your face. This is another test. Keep on dancing always. So get ready. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready for your miracle. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. The card says approval, by the way. We're gonna talk about it. It's gonna be alright. Troubles and trials come to make you strong. Keep on believing. We'll keep holding on. Get ready. For your blessing. Get ready. For your miracle. Get ready. For your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. We're gonna get in all kind of trouble. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. We're gonna praise him now. God's got a blessing. If you really believe it. God's got a blessing. Come on. God's got a blessing. Yeah. God's got a blessing. 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 Hey, with your name on it. God's got a blessing. Hey, come on. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. Hey. With your name on it. With your name on it. With your name on it. Hey. With your name on it. 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 Woo! With your name on it. 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 God's got a blessing with your name on it. Come on. Sing this with me. Come on, say. God's got a blessing. We've been overdue for this praise break on this channel. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. You say God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. Come on. Everybody say God's got a blessing. If that shit don't feel good to you, you get off this channel right now. You do not belong here. You're pure demon if that don't feel good. If that don't feel good, I don't know what to tell you. Come on. We've been overdue for that. Y'all know we've been overdue for that. Oh. It's gonna be all right. Come on. The hell? Yes, Lord. Woo! With my name on it. Come on. Let's be clear. For anybody who ever questioned my belief in a higher power, it's blasphemy. If I had inches, I'd be swinging them right now. With my name on it. Card says approval. Okay? Woo, Lord. Ooh. Hold on. Listen. I don't know if y'all just think I be talking to be talking. You know, when I say things like your blessings are coming in, abundance is here, and your purpose for more than what you're doing. I don't know if y'all just think I be fucking talking, or if you really understand the truth that comes out of my mouth to you, for you, about you. And it's not even about, like, you know, for those of you who might be struggling financially or in your health or whatever your compromise might feel like, it's like, it's not even about just God saving the day on that. It's like knowing, like, truly, whew, ooh, it's like really knowing that you specifically have been chosen. You specifically have been chosen for something much greater than you ever thought that you would be chosen for. And so when accommodations are made for you to continue to thrive in life and to elevate, and when you get these kind of messages like, God got a blessing with your name on it. When you get them fucking messages, yes, we cuss in the same thing. Yes, we do. When you get them fucking messages that you actually hear that you're not gonna just get through this hard time or that challenge or this obstacle just because, you know, that's what God be doing. It's like, no, you're gonna get through it because you're supposed to get through it, because you're supposed to keep going, because there's something for you. Ooh. Ooh. There's something for you. So I don't know if y'all just think I'd be talking about it, you know, it just sound cute. When I talk about, like, you know, this is about your elevation. This is about your rising. This is about, because it's necessary for you to get to the next level, because you are to get to the next level. But you got to let go of some of the shit that don't serve you. All right. We're just having a whole range of experience today, aren't we? God got a blessing. I told y'all it was going to be a day today. With your name on it. This card says approval. Choose to approve of yourself, and others will too. with your name on it. So this isn't just about this. It is good news, okay? It is good news. Don't get me wrong. It is very much good news, okay? But it's not just like here's this. I'll give you the sentiment of this energy. It's like I know we laying in wait for some things. Y'all might be laying in wait for some things, and it's like when the things come through, you're gonna be like, okay, cool, and then move on with your life, okay? And you're gonna move on with your life and then have another challenge, and then you're gonna be worried about is it gonna come through, and then it's gonna come through, and then you're gonna move on with your life. But like this energy is like it's not just good news that whatever you're worried about is gonna come through. Okay, I'll say that as a blanket. Get that out the way. But even greater than that, it's a mindset. Okay. It's a mindset that's necessary. Approval is a mindset. Like I said earlier, it's like knowing I'm not just talking, knowing that you are here purpose for something, that any hard time you've gone through or going through is necessary for your purpose, for what you are here to do, what you are here to offer, what you are here to experience. Okay. And it's like you've already been approved, as they say. You know, it's like so many of you are not going toward certain things because you think you need a degree, or you think you need an affiliation, or you need some kind of certificate, or you think you need something to give you that stamp of approval, or you need letters behind your last name. You need something to give you an edge or give you some validation in life. And it's like you've already been earmarked, you've already been approved. You know, it's like you already built for that. You know, you don't need that association or that affiliation. You don't need that in order to do what you want to do. You don't need that. Okay. It's like sometimes we be creating extra obstacles and stuff because we need it to make our little ego feel more confident, like we can, you know, show our credentials to somebody and impress them to then validate who we are and what we know. But in reality, there's no barriers to entry that say that must happen that way. We just be creating those extra obstacles, which really be pushing shit away. So it's like this is an energy of like knowing you're already equipped with everything you need to do what you came to do. Okay. This energy of approval is like you've already been predestined for this. You are built for times such as these. You built for this. Okay. This isn't also an energy of like you're going to get it. Okay, is what I want to say. You're going to get it. So anything, if you're looking for a job, if you're waiting for a proposal, if you whatever it is that you waiting for, you're going to get it, is what I'm hearing. Okay, you're going to get it. But like I said, this is a mindset. It's not just about, you know, forecasting some positivity in your life. This is a mindset. It says choose to approve of yourself and others will too. So it's like if you validate it's a couple things. So it's like, you know, we've seen it time and time again, whether we notice it or not. It's like the most insecure people shrink back from doing courageous things, and then the most ignorant people are so bold to move forward. You know, we see this, you know, imbalance in life. And you know, the only difference is the ill-equipped people just approve themselves. They just go do it. They don't make up excuses. They just go and do it, and they may be failing miserably, but they look great doing it, and they're happy at that, happy at it. So, you know, it's like they don't actually await public approval to go and do a thing because there's no barriers to entry. They're just out there doing it. So, it's a lot of energy around shifting this mindset to validate your damn self, as I say, and stop looking to others to give you respect, quote unquote, and to give you credential. It's like you state your own credential. You know, you from the school of hard knocks. You lived and learned this. You didn't need to study this. Okay, it's like you got to be able to know how to tell your own story of validation, so that you can stop seeking it from others. You've already been approved. Okay. Whew, but it is good news. Okay, I do feel some good news coming in as well, and it's a mindset. It's a mindset magnet. Okay, positivity is a mindset magnet. It's like if you think positive, then you're going to see positive. You're going to experience positive. You're going to attract positive. And the reverse is all the opposite is, and they gave me the reverse. They said the reverse, like going backwards. You're going the opposite direction. The reverse is also true. Okay. So there's that. Ooh, y'all ain't gonna worry me today. Shit, I need to get off this line. This is all too much. That shit was lit though, because y'all don't understand. This is my self-care. Y'all just got to see it on camera today. Me and Vicky Lee being here partying, praising the Lords, okay? Praising the Lords, okay? With a T. All right, I do have a couple more decks. I'm my oldie but goodie decks. Damn, that's what we should have Alia bring is a deck. Not even think about that. With your name on it. All right. This is a funny ass message, and I'm gonna say it still. Talk about off topic. I mean, it's completely off topic, and I swear to God, if this relates to any of y'all, I want you to speak now. You don't have to, but I promise you, it's a message about crusty feet.
Oh my God.
Somebody needs to spend some time with their feet today. Okay, it's crusty feet. I promise to God, that's the message. That's the message. Okay, we deliver all layers, all layers of intuition up in here.
Everybody touching their foot right now.
I know everyone's like, I know my feet need some work. I know that my feet need some work, but this is hilarious. It's like some of y'all need to put moisturizer in your feet. You need to give everybody needs to get some time to their feet. Okay, it's like it's bad out in these feet streets right now. Okay.
Why are you looking at me?
I'm not looking at you. Don't know why you're looking at me. Get your feet together. It's winter time, ain't it? I guess no. It's coming as we round in spring now. It's about to be April shit. All right, what's this? Learning soon, loss. Learning soon and loss. So that doesn't feel fun. Learning soon and loss does feel like some bad news coming in. That won't hold you. I think I said this not too long ago. It feels like a mature female. It feels like an older person, like an old person, like elderly old person. Yeah, that's all I'll say. That's all I got. It just feels like an elderly. So, when I get these kind of messages, I hate to leave them like doom and gloom, somebody's gonna die. But it does feel like, and I'm seeing like substantial gray hair, so it feels like somebody that's, much older. Like a grandmother or great grandmother, that kind of older. So when I get these kind of messages, it does strike as a reminder. So it's like anybody that you've been thinking about reaching out to, this is a good time. Okay. It's a good time to touch base, to check in, to say, hey, it's like not expecting that you'll have infinite time. We know we don't have forever, but then we be thinking, caught up in our life and I'll get to it. So it's like, this might be a call to action to get to it. Okay. And it does feel like I said, a substantially older person. But it feels like a season of needing to let go, so, and when I say let go, sometimes death can be really hard on people regardless of the age. And so, even though that person might be substantially much older, late 80s, 90s or higher, it still is the loss of someone that you love. So it's like, I hate to say practice letting go, but it's like to start to prepare for life without that person. and God, willing, they get as much time as they get. But it's like start to mentally prepare yourself for their transition is what it feels like, okay? To start the process of kind of letting go. So I don't know what that means for you individually. I'll entrust you to check in with your own intuition and your guides to know how to navigate that. Okay, so that was these are some real interesting. We went from crusty feet to lost to, we had a praise dance. I almost cried. Like, it's too much going on today. It's fucking Monday. It was me feeling the bottom of my feet like, woo, I need to put some shea butter on there. Girl, I touch mine too, and it's no secret around here that my feet are a train wreck. But it is not lost on us. Don't be careful about my feet. No, that's not true. You actually did rub my feet the other day. Where's your name? Okay, we getting them all. 3 cards just jumped up. Oh, this is a beautiful card. It says protection. It's a beautiful card. Protection. Okay. So it's given. You see the vibes are very warm and just inviting. I feel warm. So this energy of protection feels like against like noise, okay, or what might be perceived as noise. Noise would be somebody's negative opinion. Noise might be it's given the vibe of like noise is anything that counteracts your personal pursuit of mastery. That's how I'll couch this, okay? Noise is like haters, doubters, it's like non-believers, distractors, like noise. Like protection, this is like it's given like a need for like tunnel vision. Okay, so like if you're someone that is wanting to, do something that feels maybe a little bit risky or something different that's outside of the norm of what your community or people in your family might be doing, people might have a lot of opinions about that, right? And probably want to express those opinions. So it's like this need to it's like twofold. It's like a need to practice shielding yourself, protecting yourself from these kinds of energies or this kinds of noise. And then it's also, it feels like it's like shielding people out and then also creating this inner experience. So this energy of protection does feel like boundary setting for other people, like keeping other people at bay, people who are not on the same vibe as you. But it also feels like this inner protection of like self-talk, conscious self-talk, and self-affirmation and self-love and self-encouragement, self-support. It's like it's that. And then it's also this, so it's like keeping negativity out and then also fostering positivity in your own experience through your self-talk, okay? And where you put your attention, the way stuff. So that's what I'm picking up from this card. Okay. The next card says the past. The past. And is leaning toward decisions. Like what I'm wanting to speak toward past decisions. And really it's a matter of mastery. It's like, how often do you pay attention to what I want to describe as your self-correction. It's like if you were to make a list of different, how do I say? It's like if you were to make a list of different changes you've made in your life, you know, like the top 5 changes you've made in your life in the last 5 years, you know, that are self-improvement changes, like changes for the better, top 5 changes you've made for the better in your life. It's like, and not like outside, like in terms of your own self mastery, like your ability to self regulate, your ability to, you know, better understand yourself. Um, I'm not talking about like accomplishments, okay, outward accomplishments. I'm talking about inward accomplishments. The top 5 things that you've done in the last 10 years that have like changed your life. Like, what are those things? Okay. What are those decisions? What are those choices? What are those changes? Okay. So it's like a need to really reflect on the past and the decisions that you now know you make that are different. And it's not about, you know, I'm not fucking with this person or that person. It's inward. What have you done differently inside you? Like what do you now not have a tolerance for that you used to before? You know, do you allow yourself to still go off in your negative self-talk, or is that something that you check? You know, do you now, you know, do affirmations because, you know, you find that that actually makes you feel better and feel more confident? It's like, what are the 5 decisions that you consciously make that have improved your life from the inside out? Okay. That's what I'm getting from this card. A need to evaluate that, to pay attention to what you have learned from your past. Okay. What have you learned from your past, like in terms of your mindset, okay, in terms of your self-perception and your self-confidence? Yeah, it's like how have you grown? What are you doing differently? There's a need to pay attention to that, okay? There's different decisions that you are making consciously that you need to pay attention to. And I'm hearing consciously and unconsciously. You're doing certain things on purpose and certain things you're doing, but you don't recognize you're doing. So this question is to get you to recognize what you're doing, what you're no longer tolerating from yourself, what you're choosing now for yourself. Is a need to pay attention to that, okay? Okay. And yeah, I mean, I guess that's the end of it. The last card says focus, okay? So as we're talking about what are you doing now that's working, that's basically what that last question is about, is what are you doing now that's working, okay? What inner choices are you making? It's a need to like focus on those things. So if there's 2 things to walk away from today, it's like, what are you letting go of, and what are you doing that works, okay? And what are you letting in? What are you letting go of? What are you doing that works, and what are you letting in? It's like, that's the focus, okay? What do I need to stop doing? What do I need to continue doing? And what do I need to start doing? Okay, that's the focus. That is the focus, okay? Like, that is the pathway that takes you to mastery, okay? That kind of self-focused attention is what allows you to be able to evaluate what is working in your life and what is not, so you can stop doing, let go of what's not working, and let in what is. That is mastery, okay? So it's like, focus on that, okay? Oh, yeah. This was fun. This was fun. Had a good time. I think we're going to have a few more praise breaks than we're used to, and I'm going to love that. It's also a good way for me to work off the energies, because the energies be a lot sometimes. And it's a way for us to just give thanks and praise. I definitely need to bring spirit into these sessions a lot more. When I first started channeling, I did a prayer every single session, and I started to feel like that was a little bit redundant. And now I've gotten away from that. So we're going to get back to that grounding. Yeah, we're going to get back to that, formally asking spirit to bless the space. Yeah, we're going to get back to that. And I'm grateful for this remembering. Ashe. All right, if y'all want to stay connected, y'all know what to do. Go to begreateveryday.com. begreateveryday.com. We are relaunching Human Design in a Nutshell. We do not have the date still. We have just some limbo things going on. So y'all please be patient with us. I appreciate you. But it will be in the month of April. It will be in the month of April. So we'll give you a few weeks time to prepare, to plan, and to come participate. In the meantime, if you want to book a reading, of course, you can go to begreateveryday.com. And we're going to be back out in these streets today. Tomorrow. But today, remember, today's intention is to do some planning, to feel for what we're to focus on, okay? To feel for what we're to focus on, and to be planning forward by letting go, okay? We're planning forward by letting go. So what is it we need to let go of? What do we need to keep doing? And what do we need to let in? These are all the focal points for today. Pick any one of those entries to journal about, to focus on with your intention today, and to continue to grow on. Okay? Love y'all. Y'all be good to yourselves. Drink your water, mind your business, and eat your good food today. We'll talk to you soon. And as I always say, have a great day, no matter what. Peace.